I've brought you guys out here on the trail with me to take a walk. I think we need to walk and we need to talk about these gas prices. Gas here where I live is about $4.50 average, but I'm hearing that in other states it's way more than that. And I'm not confident that our leadership is going to fix this crisis anytime soon. You know, it's created a hardship for a lot of people that have to commute back and forth to work. That maybe their businesses, you know, they need to purchase diesel and gas to keep their businesses running. And so this has created a hardship on a lot of people, an unnecessary inflated expense. So as I was scrolling around on the Facebook today, a friend of mine had shared a post and it was gas saving tips. So I read through it and I was like, hey, these are pretty good tips. I think I'm going to share this. You guys, the mosquitoes are so bad out here. They're so bad. And there's rain in the forecast all week this week. Okay, back to these gas saving tips. I printed them out and I want to read them to you. I did share them on the Prepared Living Facebook page, and I did share them on my personal page, but I'm going to read them to you guys. I'm going to share them here. So this is, I can't give you the source because it says not sure who to give credit to, but thank you. So even the person that shared the post wasn't even sure where this originally came from. And I can't like 100% guarantee you guys that this is going to work if you use these tips, but I still want to share them with you because anything right now that can save us a little bit of money can help our fuel go longer or last longer. Hey, I'm all about that. I find a good spot so that I can get out of the line of these mosquitoes. Tips on pumping gas, and this is what it says. Only buy or fill up your car or truck in the early morning when the ground temperature is still cold. Remember that all service stations have their storage tanks buried below ground. The colder the ground, the more dense the gasoline. When it gets warmer, gasoline expands, so buying in the afternoon or in the evening, your gallon is not exactly a gallon. In the petroleum business, the specific gravity and the temperature of the gasoline, diesel and jet fuel, ethanol, and other petroleum products plays an important role. A 1-degree rise in temperature is a big deal for this business, but the service stations do not have temperature compensations at the pumps. So this first tip is fill up early in the morning, or I would say even at night. You know, if you're like Patrick and you work nights and you get off, when the ground, it says temperature is still cold, that is the best time to fill up. Or maybe you can't afford to fill up, but anytime you get gas, it would be the best when the ground temperature is colder. Tip number 2. When you're filling up, do not squeeze the trigger of the nozzle to a fast mode. If you look, you will see that the trigger has 3 stages, low, middle, and high. You should be pumping on the low mode, thereby minimizing the vapors that are created while you are pumping. All hoses of the pump have a vapor return. If you're pumping on the fast rate, some of the liquid that goes to your tank becomes vapor. Those vapors are being sucked up and back into the underground storage tank, so you're getting less worth for your money. I did not know this, so the next time that I go get gas, I am going to try to figure out the low mode and pump my gas slowly. Tip number 3. One of the most important tips is to fill up when your gas tank is half full. When I read this, I was like, I always wait till it's like E or below. Patrick hates that, but I just hate stopping to get gas. So if you can afford to fill up, keep it at that half mark. It says it's best to fill up when you get to that half mark. The reason for this is the more gas you have in your tank, the less air occupying its empty space. Gasoline evaporates faster than you can imagine. Gasoline storage tanks have an internal floating roof. This roof serves as zero clearance between the gas and the atmosphere, so it minimizes the evaporation. Unlike service stations, here where I work, or whoever wrote this, that's what they're saying. Every truck that we load is temperature compensated so that every gallon is actually the exact amount. So half full, people. If we can afford it, don't let your tank get less than half full. This is the last tip. It's number 4. Another reminder, if there is a gasoline trunk pumping into the storage tanks when you stop to buy gas, do not fill up. Most likely the gasoline is being stirred up as the gas is being delivered, and you might pick up some of the dirt that normally settles on the bottom. And then that's where it says, not sure who to give credit to, but thank you. So these are just some tips that I read on Facebook. And I don't always like read stuff, but I was reading it and I thought, you know what? This is some good advice. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try these tips and see if my gas, the life of my gas will be extended. Also, every time I get gas, especially this last weekend when we were on the road, I filled up a couple times and we knew gas was going to be expensive. Patrick was on the motorcycle. I was in the vehicle with all of the supplies. I would just pray, Father, in the name of Jesus, I pray over my gas and I pray that you extend it and help it go as far as it can go. So that's my personal tip, is to every time you get gas, pray over it. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to share these tips. If you have tips or if you have links or you have things that you want to share with the community, please leave them in the comment section below. We are here to help each other. As Patrick always says, pray for the best, prep for the worst. God bless. You guys have an amazing day.